That's right, 10 years. Jamie Vardy signed for Leicester City Football Club. 10 years to the day. Where's the time go, first of all? My word, 10 years. Now then, all I'm going to say is what a hell of a purchase. No one's seen it coming. £1 million for a non-league player was outrageous 10 years ago. Nigel Pearson's side. Wow. Some stick was given as well. Like, what are we doing? There's a classic tweet as well out there. I'm sure you've seen it before. Outrageous was his words. Outrageous indeed. Because the man not only came into this thinking, maybe I'll be alright, and struggled in his first season, Jamie Vardy. I believe he was looking at going back to Fleetwood when he came in. But look at what this man, Jamie Vardy, won for himself and for Leicester City Football Club in the last 10 years. Look at these. This is official by Leicester City. This was a little... I had to nick it because it was just so good. 268 appearances in the Premier League and 132 goals against that stat. Goal breakdown, 16 goals by his head, 26 pens, 32 by his left, 84 by his right foot, 0.49 goals per game, 3 hat-tricks in the Premier League, 40 assists, 3,610 passes. All-time record for Leicester City in all comps is 383 appearances and 163 goals, with an FA Cup to his name in 2021, a Community Shield in 21 as well, and don't forget the Premier League Winners' Medal, the Premier League Trophy in 2016, as well as the Championship in 2014. His individual stats of trophies also are mounting up as well. The Premier League Player of the Season in 2015-16, as well as the Players' Player of the Season in 13-14 and 19 and 20. The Footballer of the Year by the Football Websites Association in 2015-16. The Premier League Golden Boot in 2019-20. And professional, that's right, the PFA Team of the Year, Premier League 2015-16 and 19-20. And Leicester City's Player of the Season in 19-20. As well as Premier League Goal of the Month awards, as well as Player of the Month awards in October of 2015, November 2015, April 2019 and October 2019. What a stat, what a player, what a man, our leader, our GOAT. He should have been captain. Jamie flipping Vardy. Come on! What a player. What a ride for Mr. Jamie Vardy. Changed my life as well, just a little bit. Thank you very much, Mr. Vardy. Changed my life. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Vardy. 100%. 100%. I would not be doing YouTube and hosting my own stuff like this if it wasn't for the man, the myth, the legend that is Mr. Vards. I'm going to get back into the comments. I do apologise. We've obviously started on a massive shout out of Mr. Jamie Vardy, who's been here for 10 years. I've had a super chat. Hey up, nice to see you live again. 10 years of Vardy. Wow, Starshot. I know it's gone so fast. I think 10 years has flown by. My son is 9 years old. And it's just mad. What are your favourite memories of Jamie Vardy? Put in the comments what are your favourite memories of Jamie Vardy. By the way, this show is brought to you by our pals at Betmate. Betmate has a little nice pot for you to have a look at tomorrow. I'm going to throw it up there right now. The pot tomorrow is a 200 million? I wish it was 200 million. A £200 minimum pot is out tomorrow. Chelsea versus Leicester. All you got to do is search for pot code CHE-LEI. If you've not got the app, what are you waiting for? It's pinned in the chats, also in the description of the video. The link will take you to the Play Store or App Store. Easy to play as well. All you've got to do is pick 7 players. That is right, 7 players. There you go. There's my 7 players I've picked for tomorrow's game. I've gone with Mendy in goal, with James and Castagna on left and right. I've gone with your midfield of Maddison and Mount. I've gone captain of Maddison, vice captain of Mount. You get double points for captain. You get time and a half on your vice captain. Jamie Vardy up top with Lukaku up top as your two forwards. You get basically, you've got to, it's simple. Two players in each position. Two defenders, two midfielders, two forwards, and you get a sub for every position as well. So you get a sub for goalkeeper, you get a sub for defender, sub for midfield, and sub for forward. It's that simple. It's fantasy footballing rules. Go and check it out right now. Please join me. I was close on the last game. I was just finished outside the paid places, so I was close to winning some cash. But maybe you can. And don't forget, they do offer some free pots as well over at Betmate. So please go and have a look. But please gamble responsibly. Right, I'm going to have a look at the chat and see what you guys have voted in. You want a 4-3-3 formation. That's okay. I'm happy to go with a 4-3-3. Speaking of a 4-3-3, I think Leicester actually played with a 4-1-4-1 formation against a Watford. I didn't get to watch it. I did miss it, but I did watch the goals backwards. Harvey Barnes getting on the score sheet twice, which was nice to see. Jamie Vardy obviously getting on the score sheet too. I think Vardy starts for this game against Chelsea. I'm not going to lie. I want him to start, considering he's been here 10 years. It's only right that the man starts at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. Get your votes in though. In a minute, I'm going to put up the votes for who goes in goal, because Danny Ward started against Watford. Who is your man to go in the sticks? I'm going to put that poll up for you right now. So get those votes in. Do we go with Casper in goal, or should we go with Danny Ward? Now, I didn't see the 90 minutes, so I can't discuss Danny Ward's Premier League debut for Leicester. Yeah, can you believe that? He's been with the club about 3 years. That was his Premier League debut for Leicester, apparently. I don't believe it, but yeah, it's a thing. Do you go for Ward? Was he good? I don't know. I know that we conceded yet another set piece against a relegated Watford. I don't know. I can't explain. I just can't explain what's gone wrong. I really can't. But what a bargain that Jamie Vardy was by Leicester City. I know, mental. Big up Rennie in the chat as well. His goal against West Brom was one of your favourite memories. The one over the top of his head and he hits it on his volley. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not my favourite. I gotta say my favourite is against Liverpool on the half volley. That is an absolute screamer when the momentum was just going all our way for the Premier League glory. Maybe it's 11, it's heaven as well. That was a magical goal as well. For the moment, more than anything. My favourite volley is, yeah, there you go. You see, Rennie is exactly the same as me. But get your votes in anyway. Obviously, you guys have only just finished college and school and maybe just finishing work. I don't know what's the best time to stream these sort of shows, so I just do them when and where I can. And the kids are at the library at the minute picking some books for the weekend, so I've kind of got a free 40 minutes, so I thought I'd just do this. Lee, oh my god, you deserve more than 15k subs, says Max. I appreciate that, mate. I have put the effort in, and look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think it's because we're a Leicester channel. I don't think we've got the fan base on the internet in terms of an audience for YouTube. I really don't. I think we are maxing out to about 20k, I think, and it'll be complete peak. I could do neutral stuff. I have got something else on the pipeline that I am doing at the same time as this, but I can't tell you. It's not that I don't want to tell you. I can't tell you. But it's doing really well, and it's growing at an alarming rate, and I don't want no names attached to it. So maybe one day you'll find out what it is and who's running it, but in the meantime, I can't tell you anymore. I have got a few more tricks up my sleeve coming up as well, so be patient. Things might go forward. Who knows? It's a question of how, and more of a question of how than when. So yes, that's coming. Or Jamie Vardy's chip against Spurs. Yeah, that was a good one. Vardy's goal against United, the 2015-16. It's 11. It's heaven for Jamie Vardy. Has to be. It's 11. It's heaven for Jamie Vardy. Hold the back page. Hold the front page. A Leicester player smashed the record. Oh man, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Goosebumps, absolute goosebumps moment. What a season, what a time to be alive for a Leicester fan. What a time to be alive, honestly. Let's have a look at the votes. 15 of you have voted for Kasper to go in goal. So it looks that way to me. Kasper Schmeichel will be your keeper that you boys wanted in. Not quite sure why Kasper didn't get put in goal for the game against Watford. Maybe because... Maybe Brendan thought it's going to be an easy one. We'll stick him in. I don't know regarding Ward. Time to be the ref. It says, you look more like Vardy now. Says time to blame the ref. Oh, don't, man. Because I don't see it. I don't see it. I really don't. I don't. But whatever, man. Whatever. I love that moment. What a moment. What a moment, honestly. Just inject it. Inject it. Your centre-backs for tomorrow against Chelsea. Now, Johnny Evans come off, I think, didn't he? As far as I'm concerned, I think he come off. Did he get hurt? I'm not sure regarding injuries or anything. I'm going to quickly read up the Premier injury table while we're at it. But centre-backs, we'll go with Evans, potentially, and what? Evans and Fofana. We'll go with Cags. Let's have a look at the injuries and just see if there's anything that's been made announced. Right, your updated Hamza Chowdhury got injured in training, by the way. So he's out for the game. Wilfred Ndidi obviously out, and Ryan Bertrand. Yuri Tielemans looks like he could potentially be... he's got a little niggle with his knee. Clashed his knee, but should be okay. Mendy should be back in. We have to take him off against Watford as well. Ricardo Pereira he's training, and we'll see if he's available. Maybe not. So Ricardo Pereira, I doubt he's going to be back. To be fair, till the end of the season. But we'll see. Wednesday, the end of the season, Sunday. But we'll see. Cags and Fofana. So nothing for Evans. So there's no worry. You've got Cags and Evans. Cags, Evans, or Amate plus one above. There you go. Get those votes in. See what you guys are saying on the chat while I go. If you become a... Wow. White Obama. Yo. What does that supposed to mean? Wow. That's extreme, mate. That's extreme. But fair enough. Following 3-0 victory against Leicester earlier this season, Chelsea are looking to complete their first league double over the Foxes since the 2016-17 campaign. So there you go. Leicester have won just one of their last 9 Premier League away games against Chelsea, drawing 3 and losing 5, with the Foxes scoring just 5 goals in these visits and never more than once in a game. So we've got quite a poor record against Chelsea in aspects. Leicester haven't won their final away game in any of their last 13 Premier League campaigns, drawing 3 and losing 10 since a 4-2 win at Blackburn in 96-97. Indeed, the Foxes have lost each of their last 5 such games, including a 2-1 loss at Chelsea last season. Leicester have lost 5 of their last 7 Premier League games in London, with the exceptions being a 2-2 draw at Palace and a 2-1 win at Brentford this season. The Foxes had only lost 1 of their previous 10 visits to the capital before this run. Ouch! That don't sound good to me. Bradley in the chat, big up to yourself, my man. I feel like a tight match. Them up with a 3 at back, especially with no Tielemans, says it's Lucas. Well, the thing is, what he's saying is that Yuri Tielemans is we're waiting to see tomorrow. Yuri has clashed his knee, and that was dated March the 17th. So I'm not 100% sure on the latest on Yuri Tielemans. We could have a quick nosy and see what Brendan has said, because I think he had a press conference earlier on today. So we'll find the gist of it. But obviously all the news today has been about Leicester City's 10-year man. 10-year Mr. Jamie flipping Vardy. I can't believe it. Can't believe he's been here that long. I just can't believe it. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's have a look and see if there's any more. Tottenham could be looking at Yuri Tielemans. I don't think there's anything here, to be honest with you. No, there's no news on Youri Tielemans as of yesterday. So we'll have to wait and see. But the latest on Youri Tielemans was that we'll have to wait and see. Tomorrow, Youri has clashed his knee. That was on the 17th. There's nothing else to go on. I feel like he might... 10 years of Vardy being at Leicester, he needs a statue outside the stadium when he retires. He desperately does. I think we'll get that as well at some point. We will get a Vardy statue. I think so anyway. Maybe it's a little bit too early because he's playing still. Maybe in a few years when he retires, then we'll get one. I don't think he'd feel comfortable having a statue outside the ground while he's playing at the ground. I think that'd be a bit... I don't know. That'd be a bit too soon. But Kante is usually on the bench with Chelsea now as well. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Apparently, we're looking at Houseman Hill. Oh, yes, we was looking at him, I think, a while ago, weren't we? And I know Arsenal were linked with him once as well. I think Arsenal had a bid turned down for him for about £50 million, I believe, as well, a few seasons ago. So, I don't know how true that is, but I have read that earlier today, so thanks for putting that in. Leicester Till I Die TV. Is that Chris? Big up Lee. I think that's Chris. I'm not 100% sure. But let's see the voting anyway. You boys voted in for Evans and Fofana, so I'll stick those on. And we'll put in the votes for your midfielders for tomorrow. But you've gone with Evans and Fofana. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. They are our best pairing. What your take on Evans? Do you think that Evans will retire this season? Do you think he can go on? Because he's 33, pushing 34, I believe. Do you think we could get one more season squeezed out of him? And by the way, go and have a look at Chris's channel. He got monetized recently as well, so please go and have a look at Chris's channel. It does some good chats on there. Much longer chats than me. We just do prediction videos like this, and then obviously the main watch along show, all with graphics and whatnot. But Chris does have he has legends on and all sorts. So if you I want to have a look at the one-to-ones that Chris comes and does on his channel. Go and have a look at Leicester Till I Die. But thank you for coming in, Chris. But yes, we'll go on to the midfield battle, because this is one I'm a little bit worried about, because Mendy got a little knock. So does he come in? You've gone with that 4-3-3 formation, so I want to know who you want in as a mid. That's the thing. But should we? I think. Well, let's get the back line sorted first. Let's go left back. I think Castagna's going to be. It's going to be in there somewhere. It's either left or right. He's going to be in there. Purely because Ricardo. I don't think we risk Ricardo now. I don't think we do. He's injury prone as it is. I don't think he's come back 100% ever since his ACL. I don't think we've seen 100% Ricardo. I haven't seen it. I don't know about you. Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are on that. But left back, are we going to pull in Thomas, Justin, or Castagna? I will drop in on the right side. I'll drop in Ricardo, and Brighton as well, maybe. Let's go left back first and get those votes in. Get your votes in and I'll drop them on. In the meantime, I'm going to read some more chats out and also let you know that, again, we are sponsored by Betmate. Good afternoon, everyone that's just joined. You are here for the prediction show. We're trying to put the team together and also predict the goal scoreline tomorrow. We don't know what Chelsea side we're going to play against, to be honest with you. They have been a little bit up and down, considering where they are. They're still doing really well, but there's a lot going on at Chelsea Football Club right now on the terms of the sale. You know, obviously the Ukraine war with Russia, the war with Russia is obviously affected the club big time. Who knows where the club's going? But Leicester found some form. Okay, fair enough. Was Watford? Hats off. They were a relegated side, but you can only play what's in front of you. They have found some form. Jamie Vardy's finally finding his feet after that injury as well. Vardy's got a start, 100%. But let's have a look. Right back, Ricardo. Let's have a look at your votes. You've all gone for James Justin to go in at left back. Okay. We'll stick with that. So James Justin at left back. So right back will be Castagna, right? I assume that you guys want Castagna as right back because Ricardo's injured. I'll put Ricardo with question mark. I don't think he will be available. There's a potential for Amate to play there. There's also potential for Albrighton to play there too. So, there you go. So get those votes in. I want to see why you guys are thinking for tomorrow. And we have the option to sign Saliba to pair with Fofana. Now, they're mates, aren't they? They are mates. Winks has just messaged me. Bless him. He's just got home. He's started work now. So he is now in the real world and not in bed till 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, he is mates, isn't he? Big mates with him. No, Rodgers will start Ricardo. I don't think he's going to. Not if he's got an injury issue. I don't think so. I don't think you'd risk him. Why would you risk him now? I don't know. End of the season's almost finished upon us. There's nothing in it. There's pride to play for, but there's nothing else in it to play for. I don't think you would. I don't think you would just risk it. Exactly, man. You just wouldn't. You just wouldn't. But I've thrown him in there anyway as a vote. But I think Castagna's going to win this one, hands down. 15 of you voted. Ricardo has got 21%. Castagna is smashing the voting polls, which I thought he would, to be honest with you. Now, you've gone with a 4-3-3, so no Mendy for this one. Right. So who's going to be your main centre mid? Who's going to be the main central centre mid? Are you going with KDH? As the main culprit in the middle? Are you going with Yuri, even though he potentially could be injured? We don't know. We have no idea. Mendy is also potentially injured. We still don't know. He's got an illness. He had to come off sick or something, didn't he? I think he'll be all right, to be honest with you. I genuinely think he will be. But or does Soumare actually get to play? Because I'd like to see Soumare. He needs a chance, else his confidence is going to get thrown out the window, and I don't think we see him again. Please give him another chance. At the end of the day, he won the French league with Lille. I think it's worth a shout. Got to give it him. Got to give him a chance. Now, while you guys are voting, I'm going to read some more out. We have option to sign Saliba, which someone has already put in. Rene. Saliba and Fofana used to play with each other at their old club. It would be the perfect pairing, says White Obama. Okay, am I right by saying Arsenal actually wanted Fofana, not Saliba, but we ended up getting Fofana? Is that right? No, or is that? Or am I remembering that wrong? Is it just Fofana's an Arsenal fan? Because I know he is an Arsenal fan. Knowing Rodgers will start Ricardo there, says Luke. Ricardo can't play the risk of Fofana injury, as we've already mentioned. Lee, would you rather Chilwell or Castagna? Just on the way that Chilwell has acted as a player towards his old club, very classless. So I'll go Castagna. It's a shame. It's a shame because Chilwell is one of our own products. But the way that he's acted towards his own product, he can fuck right off. Unless he changes his state and mentality. He's a young lad, so maybe the dickhead mentality is still there. Maybe that'll change. No Mendy, no Hamza, no Ndidi. Yeah. Well, you say that, but Mendy was sick. He's not injured. He's sick. He was chucking up or something, wasn't he? I heard. Why does KDH hate our fans? Because he played for Luton. He doesn't hate our fans. Oh, you mean because you're a Watford fan? Sorry, my bad. Give KDH a breather, says Wiley Fox. Chilwell had ACL, no worries. Yeah, another one with problems. He plays on the left, he plays on the right. That boy Castagna makes Chilwell look shy. He plays on the left, he plays on the right. That boy Castagna makes Chilwell look shy. Is that his official chant? I don't know, but if it is, I'm taking it. I like that. It's KDH. You boys have voted KDH. Alright. KDH in the middle. So we're going Madders and who else? You want a 4-3-3 formation. How does this work? A 4-3-3. You're going Maddison and who? I don't know. Can't work this out. Okay. That is the Castagna chant. I can't say I've heard it. I mean, I've seen someone type it on Twitter, but I didn't know people were actually singing that. Rangers or Frankfurt tonight? I think Rangers win this tonight. I think Rangers win it tonight. I just have a feeling. It's not that I want them to. I have a feeling Rangers are going to win. Probably going to be Mendy, KDH, Yuri, then Madders on the wing. I don't know. It's tough to decide, because now if you put KDH in the middle like that, who goes left? Left mid? Madders? I don't know. Yuri? Sumare? I don't know. Other? It's quite difficult. I don't feel like Mendy and Tinners will be available, but if they are not available, our only option is Sumare and Maddison. Lee, I can tag you in a video of Twitter Leicester fans singing it against Watford if you want. Like I say, I didn't see any of the Leicester-Watford. That's probably why I missed it. Didn't see any of it. Yeah. So, that's probably why. Let's have a look. Barnes, no, he's going to be left wing. It's going to be left wing, as in like left wing striker. We're going left midfield. Left CM. I should have put on LCM and right CM. Is what I should have done. Left mid, not left wing. Left mid. Maddison, KDH, and Yuri in midfield. Yeah, that's what I think. So you'll go with Madders and Yuri. Okay. So James Maddison will go here. Okay. You voted in Madders. So who goes right? Yuri, I assume. Right mid. Yuri? Sumare? I don't think there's really any other options, to be honest. Especially because Hamza's out as well, don't forget. He's got a groin, hip, pelvic injury. Hamza is still out. He picked up a groin. He's probably trained more than anyone else. He's had a scan on it and he has a slight tear there. Fucking hell, so he's out. He's got a slight tear. So he's done. Nippon Sharma in the chat. How are you? So you're going with your 50-50 split between Yuri and Sumare on that right side. Well, I don't even know if Yuri's going to be available, to be honest. We'll wait and see tomorrow. Yuri has clashed his knee. The late fitness test. Well, what we'll do then, we'll put Yuri in as the placement, and then that's Sumare. Otherwise, isn't it? I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you. I think you should give lad Sumare a chance too, but I don't think he will. He'll be on the bench. Final home game probably for Yuri on Sunday. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, mate. He's probably going to go. I would like to see how we do without Yuri tomorrow. I've put him in, but it's Yuri or Sumare as that position, I think. Right, your front three. Go left wing. I go Barnes, Lookman, or Daka. I don't think Daka goes there, but I would like to see is how we do without Yuri tomorrow. Says it's Lucas. Maybe. It's going to be tough. Barnes, Vardy and Albrighton front three for me is worked so well versus Watford. We'll soon see in a second what you guys, all of you, are voting in. But it's going to be a very exciting game on Sunday, I tell you that, because obviously the Premier League is all over the place with Man City and Liverpool. Who do you guys think is going to win the league? Do you think Man City will beat Aston Villa, or do you think Steven Gerrard might do Liverpool a favour? It seems written in the stars for Gerrard to win it for Liverpool, not playing for them, if that makes sense. It just seems written in the stars, because then he slipped up and cost them the Premier League title. It almost seems written in the stars for him to win the Premier League title for them, if that makes sense. I don't know, just something about it. It's just something about it that it seems like it's written. Don't forget you've got a relegation battle as well ahead. We need to wait and see what happens tomorrow because Everton are playing tomorrow against Crystal Palace as well. So we'll have to wait and see on the scorelines there as well. But Nippon is a Chelsea fan, by the way, who's in the chat. Liverpool will win the league. Well, there you go. I would like to see two up top, Dak and Vardy, but we've already voted for a 4-3-3 formation, so that's what we're going with. Lee, did you know we're going to sign Lookman permanently? Yes, I've seen that, but I've also seen a bit of a worry about £14 million being in trouble for Leicester to spend. Are we in trouble with money? Can we not afford £14 million? I don't know. Did you see KDH as a future England international? I see KDH being somewhere. I don't want to say it to upset as Leicester faithful, but I do see him being. Hopefully, he's like a noble and stays loyal to his own club, and he's the future captain of Leicester and drives the club forwards to to the stratosphere and beyond. But I also see KDH being available for a massive club because he's such a great player, unbelievable drive, unbelievable energy, presses hard, technical abilities. He's cracking. I can see him being an England international. Yes, I can, 100%. Right, Barnes is your man that you voted in. Okay. Barnes goes left, which can only mean one thing: that Albrighton's going to go right wing. Let's just see. Right wing. I'll be there in 5. We're just wrapping up. Lookman, Albrighton, or who else could go there? Perez could go there. Poor Perez doesn't get any chance now. Daka could also go on the right wing. I don't think he will, but I'll stick him in there anyway. KGH plays like Gallagher. Yes, poor Gallagher. Just not as good with the GA. Well, at the minute, but then again, he was playing in the Championship, mate. Don't forget that. We're going to play on Saturday or Sunday. Are we going to play on Saturday or Sunday? There's no game Saturday, mate. All Premier League's on Sunday. Every game's on Sunday, all at the same time. All at the same time, all finishing at the same time. Do you see Wesley Fofana as a future France international? Yeah, he's already in the under-23s. Many a time, so I don't see why not. If anything that set him back was his leg break, that's the only thing that set him back. He probably would have already broke into that team by now, if it wasn't for his leg break. The Perez can get on the bus and go back home, says Wiley in the chat. Do you think Lookman's going to go on the right wing? He's better on the left, though. Lookman's so much better on the left. It's so much better on the left, Lookman. But you guys voted him on, so I'll stick him in. Which leaves us to the one man that we can only put in. It has to be Mr. 10-year anniversary himself. It has to be our star man, Mr. Jamie Vardy. 10 years of Vardy. 10 years of Jamie Vardy at the club. What is your favourite moment of Mr. Jamie Vardy? There are his individual trophy stats and just his stats for Leicester all time. Unbelievable. Unbelievable player. Just everything that you could have ever asked for out of £1 million. I think we truly got more than we ever bargained for from one player for £1 million. Look at that. Just look at it. It's orgasmic. Goal breakdown. 383 appearances, 163 goals. An FA Cup, a Premier League trophy, a Community Shield, the Championship. He's got a Golden Boot under his name as well. And I think he's the oldest to ever have a Golden Boot as well. I think we see Jamie Vardy for at least another year and a half. Maybe a little bit longer. Maybe he can play. Maybe it can be like an impact sub when he's even older. Who knows? Who knows how far Jamie Vardy can go? Who knows how long? But I know one thing. We miss Jamie Vardy. When he was not part of the squad, we missed him. I think if Jamie Vardy was a bit fitter going towards the AS Roma game, I know obviously he was fit and played, but I mean, generally speaking, matches that he played, I think if we'd have seen Jamie Vardy about now against AS Roma, I think we'd have been playing a Conference League final, boys. That's my opinion, but, you know, it is what it is. Do we vote him in? I think we do, but I don't think anyone else is going to get voted. I think this will be 100% Jamie Vardy, but here we go. Get your votes in. Vardy, Nacho or Daka to start this game. There's only one man for me. If Vardy was fully fit for the whole season, he'd easily get Golden Boot again. Well, there's no question about it, Luke. No question about it. I think Leicester would have been far closer to the top six. In the top six. But far closer to the top six than where we are, to be honest with you. We would have been definitely somewhere. Maybe another reason why we lost against Forest, for example, as well. We just didn't have that fear factor, did we, against Forest and got knocked out of the FA Cup. The list goes on and on and on this season with injuries. The casuals won't see Leicester City's injuries as a problem, but the Leicester fans will. I think overall it's been an okay season considering the players that we've lost this season, but I do feel like if we had Jamie Vardy fit for the whole season, we would have been far better off. That's all I'm going to say on that. Exactly, Luke, though. Exactly. I do think 100%. No, wow, someone voted Nacho and Daka in, considering the timeline on this. 10-year anniversary of Jamie Vardy signing for the club, you still voted Nacho and Daka to start. That's very interesting. Never mind. It is Jamie Vardy that gets voted in. There is your predicted lineup. I don't know if it's going to be spot on because of injuries with your Tielemans. So that could be Soumare, but it's going to be very close, I think, of a 4-3-3 formation. We might see a bit of a switch around there with KDH and maybe Yuri or Mendy playing as a CDM style role, but I think that will be your formation for tomorrow. Let me know your score predictions in for tomorrow. Before we wrap up, I would like to let you know that we are going to be live for tomorrow's watch along. This show, when it ends, will take you straight to the video, so please leave a like on it when we end the stream. But not only that, I would like to mention that we are sponsored by Betmate. Please go and check out Betmate right now. There is a pot. We have crossed the line with Betmate. We are sponsored by Betmate as a channel. They have got a pot tomorrow, £200. It's a minimum £200 payout. Chelsea Leicester. The pot code is CHE-LEI. All you got to do is click the link. It's pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. It's a free app, and they do have some free pots as well. So all you've got to do... Oh, I've pressed the wrong one. All you've got to do is pick 7 players among the two sides, and fantasy football rules do apply. And you could win the pot. And some are free. Some pots are free. So there you go. Betmate. Click the link right now, pinned in the chat, and help a guy out, because the more clicks I get, the more downloads I get, the longer they will stay with us as a channel. And I need as much support from you and them as possible to keep going. Rangers tonight. I won't be live for that. I do apologise, Joe. It's just not happening. But yeah, my score predictions for tomorrow. Leicester at Stamford Bridge. I'm going for a 2-2, I think, based on what we've predicted today on the team that we've predicted. But it might change tomorrow, depending on what Brendan puts out. Follow me on all socials. My handle's Lee_Chappie. All of my socials are in the description of the video. If you click them, they'll take you to the app that's installed on your phone. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Japanesey. See you very, very soon, boys and girls. Until then, see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. See you.